welcome to another English Sparkling with Tweedy. Excuse the low growly voice. The heath is pretty busy today. We're in the middle of that heat wave, and that's probably also why I'm looking a bit red-faced. Sorry, lack of tweed, all very poor show, isn't it? But there are a lot of people nearby. I always get very self-conscious filming when there are other people nearby. More wine from Digby today, and this is one I have reviewed before, albeit it was some time ago. This is their rosé. Well, they don't call it a rosé, they call it Leander Pink. I forget the significance of Leander. Digby is, of course, named after Sir Kenelm Digby, who was one of the two Englishmen who essentially invented the whole concept of traditional method sparkling wine. I think Digby is generally accredited with the bottles, these strengthened bottles that are required to withhold those 6 atmospheres of pressure that you get inside. But I think he actually did also do some investigations towards that secondary fermentation part. That's normally more attributed to Sir Christopher Merritt. They were contemporaries in the going all the way back to the 17th century here. I fell over a short while ago. I have grass stains on my tweed trousers, so there's a good chance this is going to be a little bit shaken up. I haven't taken the cork out yet, but this might be a bit of a dramatic opening. I might do this over here. That was okay. Right, don't want to be spraying ESW all over a public park bench. Nice sort of pinkish gold, I would say. Nice colour to that. Very healthy stream of bubbles, a sort of cloud of bubbles there. Before giving this a swirl, as I say, I have managed to fall over with the bottle in my bag, so probably doesn't need a lot of agitation, but I think I'm getting red berry fruits there. Possibly a little bit of a hint of match striking paper there. Not exactly the struck matches, but the paper on the side before the match has been struck. It's not something I'm really keen on, as I often say. And the fruit is going a little bit cranberry as well, which is not generally my favourite type of red berry. See the grass stains on my shirt where I had my tumble earlier. Looking very uncouth. I've pretty much literally been dragged backwards through a hedge. There is more fruit to it than that though, more than just the red berries. Almost something like watermelon in there. And there might be a little bit of peachy sort of stone fruit. Let's give that a bit of a swirl, see how that develops. Yeah, a bit of orchard fruit, bit of stone fruit maybe. Bit of a fruit bowl really. A little bit of something like watermelon. Red berries, predominantly cranberry I think. I feel like I say the same things very often, but that is much nicer on the palate. The berry fruit, much more raspberries, strawberries, not getting a sense of cranberries there. It's certainly not severe on the palate. Perhaps there's something wrong with my sense of smell. I don't know, I seem to imagine cranberries when they're not there. Is that a medical condition? Fear of cranberries? Definitely suffer from fear of grapefruit. I'm noticing the match striking paper less now as well. Sometimes that does just blow off. And that's nice in the palate. Dry-ish, quite mouth-watering as well. There might be notes of peach on the palate there as well. I feel like I should come to some sort of conclusion. Fruity. I prefer it on the palate to on the nose. But also that minerality, little bit of that Dermot Segru or Whiston-esque zing. Not quite so pronounced here. I think this is more trading on fruit character rather than searing zing. But that's pretty nice actually. Again, I think it ended up seeming quite reasonably priced compared to some recent price hikes in English sparkling, and particularly as part of that case of 3. Well, perhaps I should pass judgment on all 3 once I've tried all 3, but the 2014 I thought was really good, that vintage release, and getting all 3 of those, you know, as a first order for the equivalent of 33 quid a bottle, I thought was a pretty good deal these days. And that's it's really pretty enjoyable, so I'm going to shut up now. Plane going overhead. Cheers.